the karting community is great. You know, you meet. I love to see the young guys, you know, starting their track towards trying to be a professional at some point. I cannot think of a better form of motorsport for road racing there. I don't think there is. I mean, everyone in Formula One, everyone in IndyCar, most NASCAR guys run these. I would rather have some fun and sharpen up some skills.
You know, four-stroke here is fun. I just don't like out. We've always been four-stroke guys. So, what'd you think? Alright. It looked like. Ready? Yeah, go. You good now? Yeah, that's probably
temperatures like this, you getting.
Got some frostbite there, man.
Day or like
So it looks like you got frostbite a little bit there.
Oh yeah.
Really?
Look cold out there?
Not really. It's just the visor. Someone's up right now, and I just can't feel it. So it's just air blowing right in my eyes. It's just burning.
I wish I had possible to just give me. I used Xander's like Forrest reminds me of myself, and you know how Xander is, a kart chaser. He's just He's Mr. Sim.
Crank the 45s.
I was only 4 times off. I did 10th worst.
Your front tires
I'll
are
take
roasted. I think you're driving more like an X30 solo.
Driving a lot of mid-corner speeds.
I think so, because look at how much is just.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool off.
Man, I did like a bunch of low 45s.
Yeah,
White
that's good.
tires are done. Like, if I threw new tires now, you'd do like a 44.7 or something, probably.
Yeah. I think probably new tires, I get down to the 45s. Because these things are like 8 heat cycles old or something.
He's our guy.
So they're toasted.
Man, seriously, you only get 3 sessions out of those tires.
Yeah.
That's it.
2 good sessions.
Mine are done. Yeah.
But yeah.
Much better than the gym, this training.
Yeah.
I hate
100%.
Instead of going to the gym today, I did it. Yeah, man, I'm done. Yeah, you can empty the water. That's enough. First time back in it for a bit, so I'll be coming out quite a bit.
Yeah.
You need to get a KZ, man.
I know.
Although your weight, you should be able to get down to
45s.
Yeah, you should be able to do 45s. Could you get those big, deep braking zones?
Oh yeah, I gotta slow it down so much more. I'm only hitting like 32 on the low, so I gotta get down to like 29.
Yeah, I don't know. Like it's weird. Like that's what they said in these, but the more I do it, the more middle I carry. I don't know what is my minimum here. 30.4.
Yeah. So you still gotta get down some more.
Yeah. But I don't think so. When you got the middle grip, you can get both.
Yeah.
You brake super late, and you can actually have some lateral in it when you get on the power.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is like a flowy track, you know. It's not like hairpins. In the hairpin, sometimes you really slow it and drive it off is nice. But like, you can flow middle speed in there, just about every other corner.
Yeah.
I'm like using the front on the way in, just.
Yeah.
Good trade. You gonna do cars?
I don't know. I have one in the garage. I've one on the sim. I've tried to do like stick and all that on the sim, and it's just so weird.
Stick cars, yeah.
Yeah.
But what about like F2000 or open?
I think, because we have an MX-5 in the garage.
Oh, you have the MX. Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
good series, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I've tried, and it's like super weird for me. Like, I'm.
They don't have paddle shift, do they? You have to.
No, it's H pattern.
Yeah, you got to learn that, man. Just
Yeah.
get out and
Go out and drive.
get on it. Yeah.
So off season for you is like skill sharpening and a better replacement than the gym?
Yeah, man, yeah. It's just thinking at home today, I was like, oh, I don't want to go and work out again.
I'd rather have some fun.
I would rather have some fun and sharpen up some skills.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it's a good community. The karting community is great. You know, you meet, I love to see the young guys, you know, starting their track towards trying to be a professional at some point.
Yeah.
And it's ultra competitive, ultra competitive.
It seems
Like
like
I'll come back and race like in the X30s, and you know, you know, the top 6 will be covered by a couple tenths, it depends if you're running a national. It's like at times the top 15 are covered by a couple tenths, and it's always extremely hard battling. So very good training, very good grounding for people starting out. I cannot think of a better form of motorsport for road racing there. I don't think there is. I mean, everyone in Formula One, everyone in IndyCar, most of the NASCAR guys run these or run, you know, the short track stuff, the oval stuff.
To be, so young with wheel-to-wheel experience.
Yeah, wheel, making good decisions and trying to be smart and strategic with where you place yourself and so on. There's all these good places to make your mistakes before you get into much more expensive equipment. But yeah, it's seriously an enjoyable, one of the most enjoyable forms of motorsport. I know when I retire from IndyCar, I'll come back and race these.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely, because I know I just miss
love it that
driving so much.
Yeah.
And you get your satisfaction out of it.
Yeah.
Like, I'll finish a weekend, just a club weekend here, a race before I headed back to Australia after our season. And man, I finished the weekend just saying, I just love it. It's so much fun.
Yeah.
I feel so satisfied.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Karting in Australia and here, very similar, very similar. It's obviously a much bigger population here, so the scene's probably a little bigger. You have a couple more different series. But Australia gets huge fields. There's probably just one series and all the clubs over there and a lot of tracks. It's a lot of good drivers come from Australia. A lot of good guys from karts, or they go into a series called supercars over there, which is a very professional, good place to have a career. So yeah, no, it's
I'm a big fan of that supercar series. Gosh.
Yeah, it's good racing.
Talent,
and some very good guys.
Tracks, I mean,
Yeah.
feels
Australia
like
has
absolutely
amazing tracks as well. I mean, you think about Bathurst,
I think about it often.
best track I've ever been on, man. Like, seriously.
The commitment level to drive that track, I can only imagine.
Well, it's the
unreal.
commitment in the supercar,
Yeah.
because they're like an open wheel car is just wide open over the top there, but the supercar, like, it's like hard work to be fast there. Yeah.
So for someone who's just starting out in a shifter cart like this guy here, what
Shifter's a handful for a young guy like this, but it's good training, especially if he was going to go into cars, like open wheel cars. But just, you know, he races junior, X30 junior, or is going to, and he races some of the single gear stuff, which is super competitive. Yeah, if you're winning in that, you're top notch. So I don't know, you win last time?
So far,
I wasn't there this last club race, so I don't know.
It's all about the end.
I have not won a single race all year, but I finished P1 in the championship.
No, that's the main thing,
So,
man.
that's
So you're playing the long game.
The humbleness. I
Yes,
didn't win a single
yes,
race,
yes.
but,
Yes. That's how I won the championship in 22 like that. I won one race and just was there every time, no mistakes.
I mean,
That's
that consistent throughout the
That's
year.
a good strategy. Good strategy if you just have that from the outset and you're just like, I'm just going to be, or you can go the other way where you're just like 100% all the time. It depends.
Yeah.
It changes year to year.
Yeah.
I would recommend you work harder than everyone else. You work harder. You understand how to be quicker, because everyone's pretty good these days. There's so much info on YouTube. There's data you can look at. You've got to do your homework. You got all that information. the best guys are what I call racing nerds. So they're at home, they're on their sim every night, and they're trying to be the best at that. They're out here at the go-kart track, they're studying data, they're studying videos. You've got to want it, man. Otherwise you won't make it. You've got to want it more than anyone else if you want to be better than everyone else. So it's as simple as that. There's no shortcut, I'm sorry. There's no natural ability. You got to have that, you know, fire in the belly, certain personality, which you see in every sport, but then you've got to do something more. And I'm in my 40s and I'm working as hard as I was when I was your age. Harder. To be quick, still learning. If you can imagine how many races I've done, I've never stopped. And it's the only way. All those top guys, it's what they're doing. They're doing more than anyone else. That's what you got to do. Don't just, it's easy to be lazy. And most people are lazy, which is a good thing for someone if you want to work harder. It's easy to sit on the couch. They're the easy things to do. Do the hard thing, do the thing that's challenging. That'll be much more gratifying and satisfying to you when you achieve that goal you're looking for. So that's what you can take from someone who's been in the sport and in life for, you know, I don't know how old you are now, but probably another 30 years older than you, at least. Yeah, it's more than 30 years. It's about that, 30 years older. So,
And
yeah.
how old are you?
I'm 43.
So yeah, you're 30 years older.
30 years older, yeah. Yeah. Take it and run with it, man.
Yeah.
It's all about who wants it the most. That's in everything in life, so that's what I would do. What, the biggest difference between karting and Indy? Well, they're all, you know, obviously it's a much heavier machine, so you got a lot more you got to deal with on the braking, just in general. Not as nimble, you know, harder to find the lap time out of it. You know, the more, let's say, the more complicated things get. It's like a shifter kart compared to a single gear kart. You know, you see a bigger variance in times because, yeah, suddenly you're dealing with front brakes and downshifting, a lot more power. So it's, I guess in some ways it's easier to separate yourself from someone because there's more skills involved. And the further you get up the ladder, that's the case. There's more stuff to deal with, more horsepower, more weight, more downforce. So faster corners, you know, you have a lot more grip than slower because there's a lot of very different, but still in as far as competitive, the level of competitiveness, it's very similar. Like the times are just as close in karting as it is IndyCar, except, you know, IndyCar you're racing against guys with a lot of experience. They're all very, very good. So, you know, it's like a big pyramid, right? Further up the ladder you go, the more people drop off, and it ends up with just a very good group at the very top. And then even in that group, there's even there's like 10 guys who are good, and even in that group there's 5, and there's only a couple. There's only a couple that win multiple championships. Only a couple that are exceptional. That's the Tom Brady's of each series, and they're the guys that work harder. They're the ones that work harder. Yeah.
What's your takeaways for us?
Just work hard.
Work, have that fire in the belly, man. You gotta want it. You gotta want it. You gotta have that. You gotta have a bit of. You gotta have some hunger in you, you know.
Yeah. Motivation.
Yeah. Don't. Life's too short just to take it easy and be watching, you know, on this phone all the time. Yeah. You gotta get out there, and the more you do now, the more skills you acquire at a young age, you know, the better it will be for you when you're older. So just straight, in every respect. I kind of wish I'd done what my mum said, learned the piano and done some of these things when I was a kid, because you've got it then. It's a skill that you will keep, even learning another language, this sort of thing, you know. It's not until you get older you realize, like, you know, I should have been doing that instead of, you know, yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's all good. It's all good experience. I think you got to enjoy yourself when you're young too. Yeah.
Yeah, could you imagine living a couple miles from this place at 13?
Oh, I couldn't. Yeah, I'm like living my childhood dream. You know, just having a garage and come out here and can run my go-kart, and I'm getting paid to race car. Like getting paid to race a car is just. You know, I left school when I was 15. I was working. I was doing an apprenticeship, and I would come home and I'd work from 7:30 to 4:30, come home, I'd prepare my own cars, you know, I had a Formula Ford, engine changes, gearbox, everything, tow it to the track, all that stuff. I was doing that myself, so I became a very good mechanic. And I think about those days were they were the days I enjoy the most. I really enjoyed that stuff. It's like hard work, but I liked it. It was good experience. Yeah.
Feels good earning it, right?
Oh, big time. Yeah. I mean, I remember when you'd have just $1,000 in the bank. And that's all you'd have. Yeah, and it wasn't a big deal. Wasn't a big deal. Didn't have much. Yeah, it was good stuff. There's your life lesson, man. Take it.
Yeah,
Run with it.
definitely.
I thought they were guaranteed those 2 spots for 2 years, but water or not?
Yeah.
By 2 years, not working hours. Yeah.
All right, Forrest. So I've been following this video journey for a little while, but I got to ask you real quick, where did this other cart come from?
It just, it just came out of nowhere. Dad, he just finds deals, and yeah, I really have been my whole life wanting to drive a shifter. It's been my dream go-kart, and finally I'm able to at 13.
At 13? I thought you had to be 15 to race these.
Yeah, you have to be 15 to race these, but you at 13 can drive these or just practice.
So I'm hearing a little like competitive edge. You're doing a little practicing right now?
Yeah.
Okay. Who'd you talk to earlier?
Will Power. Yeah.
So you never know who you're going to run into here, right?
No.
What'd you take away from that conversation?
Hard work pays off.
Okay. Yeah, I definitely heard him talk about you got to work harder than anyone else, right? Compare the carts for me.
This one is just way faster. You can brake way later, and it's just it's a 6-speed 125cc, and yeah, it goes about 85 mile an hour top speed, and
Yeah.
the KA goes about 70 on top speed.
Okay.
It's just a single speed, and yeah, they're completely different driving.
So you think you're picking up some new skills by working with a faster cart for a while?
Definitely.
Yeah.
It's definitely changed how I've been driving and how I've been thinking.
Interesting. Well, we won't give too much away,
Yeah.
but I hear you're learning a lot from it. So being on track with Will, I saw you guys going at it. The pace seemed very similar. How'd that feel?
It felt really good. It gave me a lot of confidence showing I can drive with someone who drives an Indy. So I feel very good.
Kind of tells you that that's where you want to be. You're working towards the right direction. Awesome. Can I see you get back out in this for just a few more laps?
Yeah, if you want to.
All right, man. Let's go have some fun.
So, how'd the season go?
Good.
What are your takeaways? What went well this year? What did we do that you're like, man, we crushed it. We did good.
I won the club race championship, so that's a good takeaway.
It's a good start.
Had
Championships are good.
solid national finishes, so it's good.
When you say solid, what does that mean?
Like top 5, top 10.
Mm-hmm. Ran up front most of those races. I would agree. That was tough competition and showed up strong during the tough competition.
Yep.
Anything else stand out?
No, probably just learning shifter.
Yep. That was a big step here at the end. I think you did 2 big learnings. I mean, you started off the year in OKNJ, which pretty much was new for all the juniors.
Completely unknown.
And we didn't know anything about it. You jumped in and you listened to a lot of coaching and trying to drive a different cart. We kind of gave up on that towards the end just because the cart counts weren't very good and you were pretty passionate about picking up a shifter. So sold one thing, picked up another. So some good shifter action. Yeah. What's one thing you feel like got away this year that you really wish would have happened, but
I would have won the shootout at Grams.
yeah.
I feel like I had a massive opportunity, but the engine let me down.
Yeah, I'd agree, man. That one was, we were so pumped to get in it, and a wet race was like time to show your skills because you're so fast in the wet. But being down like 10 miles an hour, and compared to everybody, that pretty much ruined that.
All right, I would hit the same top speed going into 11 that I was going down into 4.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. Yeah, shifter. How'd that go? How did you even get into shifter? Like who helped you get started, and anybody you want to thank about that? Because like there's a couple people that kind of encourage you to try it out and get into it.
Max Pappas, I would definitely thank him.
Yep.
For helping me get into that. You.
Sometimes I get credit.
Probably Adam Isman.
Yeah.
And
Long-time
Raymond
influence.
Bruschietti,
Yeah.
those two, for sure.
No shout out for Jaco.
I forgot.
Marty and Talon, and they
I
can.
know. And those two, yeah, they've helped a lot.
Yeah, they helped
they're
get our
amazing.
training wheels off. We
Yeah.
had like training wheels the first couple times, how to start it, how to get it going, how to drive it.
They definitely took off the training wheels.
Somebody that you talked to today, they gave you some coaching.
Oh yeah, real power.
So one of the things I know that, we talked about the last time we were on camera was, we were talking, obviously you've dropped that we've moved into shifter. You've been pretty passionate about, more of a world endurance championship type of setup. Rolex 24 coming up. You always love watching Le Mans, being Porsche factory driver. You got a chance to talk to somebody today about what it's like to live that lifestyle, but also kind of helping you see, how to get into it, right? How was that?
I learned a lot.
Yeah. Said the first time you've had a chance that you met Romain Grosjean, he had some really good positive things to tell you.
Yeah.
You've had some interactions with a couple other top name folks. But what do you feel about Will? Like, is there anything special that stood out or anything that, kudos back to him for hanging out and shooting you some really genuine feedback?
Probably that he just loves karting and is so down to earth.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's just like a normal person.
Mm-hmm. But I think I know what you mean, where you see somebody who's at the peak, right? At least in American racing, doesn't get higher than Indy. And the
they're
fact
so
that,
humble.
he's like, wants to hang out with you.
He wants to get destroyed by us.
Yeah, that's what he
Cool.
told me. He said, I come out here for folks like you to kick his butt. So that's
Yeah.
why he's trying to help you get better, is so you can whoop him. So I think that's pretty cool. I mean, that's a special opportunity of part of why we moved here to Mooresville, get closer to family, but also give you better opportunities to be around people that, do genuinely care about the sport of karting and want to see karting be successful.
Yeah.
I mean, a guy could be hanging out with family, but he's here cranking laps with you. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So, everybody watching this has already hopefully seen at least episode 1, 2, or 3.
If not, just go back now.
Yeah,
Give up.
pause.
Go back.
Return.
I don't care what you say. Just
But what do you think about him? Now that you get to see him back, we shot a lot of that all in one day. How do you feel? You like the stuff?
yeah. Feel more like confident
Yeah.
or in front of a camera
That's a good thing, yeah.
and more comfortable slowly.
What do you want to show off to the folks next year? What's happening next year? What are you going to do?
I got a few videos coming up of my personal onboard from the club race and some other stuff.
So what can they expect for next year? What's coming up? Are you going to shoot lots of videos?
Probably I personally would start shooting some more content. Yeah, start bringing out videos of like races, something interesting, just anything really.
Yeah, and I think we want to hear from the audience too. What do you guys want to hear more of? I personally feel like I'm on the camera too much. I want it to be him, but I've gotten some feedback that says you guys like this relationship that we have and the bickering that we do and the excitement we have. But please, I can't even speak. Did you whisper in there? No, you whispered something.
I said you suck on the sim.
Oh, wow. Yeah, of course, he's bringing the sim back up when we're not going to have video of the sim. But we do want to hear from you guys. So if you get a chance, comment on our video, give us some feedback. Like, what do you like? What do you want to see more of? Do you want us to get really remedial and teach you all the aspects of karting? Do you feel you got karting? What more do you want to see? Do you want us to start interviewing some other drivers? Do you want some more action? Let us know. He's got a lot of ideas going. He's going to start cooking up some of his own content mixed with this content. So it'll be fun to kind of see a more amateur with the professional stuff. So let us know. Anything else you want to tell them about? Thanks for the support, all the views, a lot of shares.
Well, what he just said. And that he's still not better than me on the sim. And we could do a full video race, okay?
Are we going to go to the rental cars again and get in the cart? And you're going to give heat at your own sport again?
Whenever you want, buddy.
All right, let's do it. Oh, we got a rematch. All right, so, what do you think of the series so far? How's the episodes gone? Do you like the content?
I like the content. I like the drama. I think Visionary Streetworks has done really well so far.
I can't believe the Visionary Streetworks team is blown out of the water. Way better than we expected.
What can I say? It's perfect. I love it. I don't know about you guys. Just comment about it. But if I were you, I'd be starting to like and subscribe right now.
Thank you all for the support. See you next time. He's got all the cool graphic.
Oh,
Is it gang sign?
oh, Gang signs, little line thingy.
FA Racing Gang, let us know if you want in. If you want in, though, you got to go to the Open Fender. How do they find you on Open Fender?
They search up Forrest Adams with 1 R. And if you can't find it, then just go to my Instagram page.
Linktree on there with a lot of links. They go to YouTube, but more importantly, back to the Open Fender. Who else can get a little Open Fender campaign shout out?
Visionary Streetworks.
Was that a mumble or was that a VSW? Visionary Streetworks. Cool. Help support us. We'll support you. Like we said before, like, subscribe, give us some feedback. Tell us what you want to hear, see. You probably don't want me in it anymore. They got to be tired of me.
They gotta be. I don't know how they are.
Yeah. And look, another shout out.
Last Lap Insider. Great news and all that.